Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. What's happening, YouTube? It's Hush Boy, and you tuned in to Hush Boy Sports. The NBA season is about to return, so that means Steven Adams' interviews are returning. And he recently had a Zoom call with some Thunder reporters and gave us some insight on how he did during his quarantine. He also gave us some laughs and some one-liners that we all needed. During the Zoom call, Steven was sporting a Pickle Rick shirt, and I got to get one of these shirts. I'm slipping. And during this entire quarantine, Steven has been making many Zoom calls with Thunder teammates. And when asked if he's been having any difficulty getting used to computer conferences, Steven said, "I'm not bloody 60, mate." He also made fun of a Thunder PR staff member's gray hair. And I can't laugh about that because I got a head full of gray hair. I like to call it silver, though. Makes me feel better for having it. When the NBA season came to a sudden end in March, Steven returned to New Zealand to be close to family, as he should.
I went back to New Zealand. Because, I think it's everyone's first instinct whenever there's a world crisis going on. You'd want to be near family and stuff, So went back to family and friends, and that's because in case anything happens, you want to be there, and especially for like your psyche too. It's just good. It was relaxing, mate. I was on the farm, mate, doing farm work. Had a bit of a farmer's tan going on for a little bit, just from here down. It was bloody brilliant. Yeah, it was brilliant. The cows are doing good though, mate.
Steven self-quarantined for 14 days as soon as he returned to New Zealand. He practiced social distancing, and many other Kiwis did the same. That's why New Zealand had such a low number of cases of COVID. New Zealand has a population of a little more than 4.8 million people, but only had 1,536 cases of COVID and 28 deaths. So let's compare New Zealand to the state of Mississippi, where I'm from. Mississippi has a population of about 3.15 million people. Now that's about 1.5 million less people than New Zealand. But Mississippi had 31,275 cases of COVID and 1,114 deaths. Now let's dive deeper into Mississippi and look at one specific county. Hinds County, Mississippi, has a population of about 231,840 people. But they had 2,536 cases of COVID and 40 deaths. So it's clear that New Zealand has handled the COVID crisis much better than we have in America. And Steven explained why the New Zealand COVID cases are so low. He said this: "There was a few hiccups here and there, but for the most part, New Zealanders generally are quite compliant with rules." You know what I mean? Everyone was kind of making sure that we all follow the rules properly, maintain distance and whatnot. Collectively, all the Kiwis did a really, really good job with that. And that's what kind of shut it down. But then again, it is a bit different. We're just a smaller country, and our borders are easily managed. We was over here in America acting a fool. We over here having Corona pool parties. People out here going to the COVID club, dancing and jigging and spreading germs. We hard-headed over here in America. New Zealand also closed its borders in March and only allowed citizens to enter. When asked about what kind of on-court stuff he was able to do in New Zealand during the quarantine, Steven says, "I was boxing out cows and all that, bro." Boxing out cows. But by mid-May, New Zealand had 3 consecutive days without a new case of corona, and businesses began to reopen. This allowed Steven to play some pickup games with some other athletes who had returned home to New Zealand due to the coronavirus.
We did play a couple pickup games in New Zealand because, again, everything was opened up. Everything's back to normal. And so, yeah, managed to get a couple pickup games with the boys down there because a lot of the professional athletes came back to New Zealand.
Stephen also made comments that when the season returns and he goes to the bubble, that he's a little concerned about shaking hands. He said going in for a handshake now is very, very sketchy. And I don't want to be a dick, but Stephen, I don't blame you. I don't even give out fist bumps anymore. I'm only giving out elbow bumps from now on. And I suggest everyone else do the same. Team chemistry will be a major factor when a season restarts. And Stephen believes the Thunder have an advantage in that category. Stephen says, I'm betting on our team.
People could just show up and play if they were like a professional basketball player. You can show up and play, but like together as a team and execution of the right timing of plays and coverages and whatnot, that's a whole different story. It's not really to do with conditioning and stuff like that. It's more to do with just, again, your team chemistry and how well you kind of flow together as a team, So, yeah, it'll be interesting, man. But again, players, they go through it all the time, as in, they got to prepare every other year. And the team who gets it on quick, then, they're the ones who come out strong, So, I hold our team. Our team's, I'm betting on our team. Our team's did relatively well with that sort of things,
And guess what? I'm betting on the Thunder too. And it's a pretty good bet. And when I say good bet, I mean low risk and high reward, just the way I like them. The OKC Thunder have plus 7,500 odds to win the NBA championship. And that means if I bet $100 that the Thunder win the championship, and they actually win the championship, then I would win $7,500. And that's a bet I'm willing to make. And when I win that bet, I'm going to take the weekend off work and I'm going to party like Ric Flair back in the 80s. Whoa! But it don't matter what I think about this story. What do you think about this story? Let me know in the comments below. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys liked it, because I sure did like making it. If you did like it, make sure you hit the like button for your boy, man. Show me some love. And while you at it, you might well go ahead and subscribe to me too, because as you can see, I'm working. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be in the description box below. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. This is Hush Boy. And I'm out this thing, man. Yonder.